How we doing? You know, after 10 years, you'd think I would know how to manage this situation here. But did you all get what I just said in the other room, or do I have to say it all again? Excuse me? Okay, well, let's start all over then. I just, led off by saying that this is my 10th year at SEC Media Day. And I think Coach Spurrier and I probably deserve some kind of an award from the media for going through all these favorite days that we have, which this is most certainly one of my favorite days of the year. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate what you do for college football. I appreciate what you do for our players in terms of the positive self-gratification that you give them in terms of the attention that they get, and what you do for our programs. We've had a very challenging offseason with the tornado that swept through Alabama, and we certainly want to thank everyone, whether it's Taylor Swift, Kenny Chesney, all the people who made tremendous personal sacrifices, and I think it's a tribute to the people in the state of Alabama in terms of how they came together to try to support and help those in need. And certainly we have a lot to do in our community to continue to rebuild, but I just wanted to spend a second to thank everyone, for that. But we have a lot of challenges moving forward with our football team this year. We obviously want to have a team that nobody wants to play, in terms of our ability to play with intensity, be relentless competitors, play every play in the game like it has a history and a life of its own, and do that on a consistent basis, which is a real challenge. We have challenges on our team in terms of replacing 4 first-round draft picks, 3 of which were underclassmen, all at critical positions on our team. 2 explosive players on offense in Mark Ingram and Julio Jones, a dominant defensive lineman, and Marcel Darius, who was a tremendous pass rusher and a very difficult player to block, and James Carpenter, who was a left tackle, which is one of the most important offensive line positions. We're very proud of the program that we have, the accomplishments that we made in personal development, whether it's mental conditioning for success, peer intervention for leadership, behavioral issues, spiritual development, the academic success that we've been able to have in terms of our graduation rate, APR, freshmen making SEC honor roll. So, we feel very positive about the progress that we've made in areas on the field and off. The fact that we won 36 games in the last 3 years is, something that we're proud of as well. So the challenges of the future and the standard of excellence that we have created are certainly things that we look forward to, and I think it's going to be a fantastic year in the league because of the quality of the number of teams and programs that we have in our league.
Coach, you mentioned 10 years at this event. You've seen a lot of changes, more and more media, more different types of media. Is it harder to be yourself and easier to kind of start up, or having to handle all the changes?
Not really. I mean, I don't really see it as much different. I think that regardless of the number of media or the types of media, whatever you ever say at a place like this is something that everyone's going to have access to. So even though it gets out there in a number of different ways now, I don't think it changes, our disposition toward that.
Coach, there's a lot of excitement about Trent Richardson. What is most impressive to you about him and what he can do, what he brings to the table?
Well, Trent's an outstanding player. He's been an outstanding player for us. He actually played his best football last year when Mark was out early in the season and missed 2 or 3 games. And I think Trent is most certainly ready to be the starter and one of the leaders, of our offensive team. I think Eddie Lacy will sort of take his role of being the other guy because philosophically it's not our way to go about running a guy 30 or 40 times in a game and wearing him out. We like to keep him fresh throughout the season, and that's something that we'd like to do with Trent and Eddie. But I think Trent's attitude is great. He's a fine person. He does a great job academically and probably will be nominated for Academic All-American. He has leadership quality, affects his teammates in a positive way. So you know, those are definitely the kind of guys that you'd like to develop into your star players, and he certainly has all the capabilities to do that.
Nick, is the balance of power in the league in the West Division right now?
Excuse me?
The balance of power in the leagues in the West Division right now?
Well, I think it's very challenging. I think that everybody in our league on the West is going to have an outstanding team. I think last year, toward the end of the season, we had 5 out of 6 teams in the West were in the top 20. And I think most of those teams have a significant number of players coming back. So I think it's going to make for a most challenging season, you know, in the West. And we have a tremendous amount of respect for the players and coaches in our league and the kind of teams that they're going to have. And I think that the standard that you have for your team, definitely the consistency that you can play with, the consistency in performance, you know, the discipline, the commitment to a standard that you've had since you started back in the off-season program is definitely going to be important in terms of how you can navigate, you know, through a very difficult schedule in our division.
DJ Fluker gave you some opportunities last season. How good can this young man be?
You know, DJ did a wonderful job for us. I think the big problem with DJ last year was, and for us, was when he got hurt late in the season and missed a few games. We scrambled our offensive line a little bit and probably didn't play as well because of it. So we feel if he can stay healthy, keep his weight where he can sustain his performance, he can be an outstanding player. He's a very powerful, very good run blocker. He's got a lot better knowledge and experience and a lot more confidence because of that. So I think that he's a guy that would love to take the next step, and we think he's very capable of taking the next step of being a dominating player.
Coach, I'm back this year, your team from cover to cover is well experienced. The only question mark is quarterback. How key is Trent coming back in that backfield is going to give the quarterback time to develop?
Well, I think that we have other challenges besides, you know, just the quarterback. I think we lost, I mentioned it earlier, 4 significant first-round draft picks. That creates opportunities for other players on our team, but also our guys that had a significant impact on production in terms of their position. So there's a challenge for us there. There is a challenge for us at quarterback, which I think the experienced players that we have on our team certainly can help those players in terms of the support and leadership that they help them with to develop the confidence that they need and not put the pressure on them early on to have to win the game by the way we execute, the way we play defense, the way we play on special teams, and the way our offensive team executes with consistency. You know, we had a couple goals going into spring practice, play with better fundamentals and eliminate mental errors, which were the 2 things that absolutely hurt us, you know, the year before in games that we did not have success in. So we have challenges, but the fact that we have experienced players, and if they take those challenges the right way, if you use your experience not to create a comfort zone for yourself, but as a challenge to play at a higher standard, then I think that experience is going to be beneficial to our team and will help the development of our team.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.